Wrap up this video, I want to talk about this thing called the Bally Awards for this year. A fellow Balisong YouTubist, I don't know how he wants his name pronounced. I don't know if it's Camaro EE or Camaro-E or Camaro or Camaro-E. I don't really know how you say it, but it's Camaro and then two E's. But he created this Google form for the Balisong Awards for 2022. So I just want to sit here and document myself casting my vote. Why? I don't know. I just think it'd be kind of fun. So let us start a screen cap of this bad boy. First category is the Best Balisong Accessory Award. So we got the zippy weighted end caps, the glider Bally driver, the Squid Industries crake rake and anchor, and then the Indiana John Flips pivot needle. Out of this list, I've only tried the weighted end caps, and I thought they were kind of fun, but I really only used them for like 2 minutes. The Indiana John pivot needle, I've heard a lot of people sing praises about the pivot needle because it helps simplify one of the most difficult tasks, which is when you're reassembling your Balisong, you have to line up the blade and the bushings and the washers and the handles before you can slide the pivots through, and that can be quite a big pain in the ass sometimes getting it all lined up. But with the pivot needle, it simplifies it and makes it super fast. So I think best Bally accessory has got to be for the pivot needle. Best Balisong oil. I don't see KPL on here, but even if I did, I don't think I would vote in this category because I am sponsored by a Balisong oil company, so my vote would be biased. So I don't think I'm going to vote in the Best Balisong oil award. Coolest customs award. We have Stitch Steel, Mantis Blade Works, Psycho Blade Works, and Revenge of the Blades. I follow Mantis Blade Works. I think his stuff is pretty cool, although it's not necessarily what I would want if I wanted a custom built Balisong. I also follow Stitch, and I really like his stuff. I don't know. I really like the way all his Balisongs look, and I heard they flip really, really well. I like how a lot of them are kind of inspired by the Benchmade 4X collection, and the 4X collection has like a soft spot in my balls. I think for coolest customs, we're going to vote for Stitch Steel. Best Plastic Balisong Award. We have the Zippy Cycloid, the Tay Flipper Calico, the Squiddy Bee, and the NKD Arts Peony. I don't know if you guys can tell by the fact that I have literally never had one, but I'm not the biggest fan of entirely plastic Balisongs. I think all of them are pretty overpriced for what you get, and I know that you could get something like a Vulp for around the same price, and I know that for like the price of the Cycloid, if not less, you could get something like the Vulp, which is made out of aluminum and is a really, really good flipper. I don't know. The NKD Arts Peony, I haven't heard much about it. I know that they make one that's like this transparent brown and it looks like fruit jerky, so that's kind of quirky, but I've never really been attracted to that design. I've never liked the Squiddies. The Tay Flipper Calico is pretty cool. I feel like that one's the most robust plastic flipper out of all of them, and the one that's like more closely weighted to like a Balisong made out of aluminum or titanium or whatever have you. And then the Cycloid, I think, has the craziest design. So I think it'd be between the Cycloid and the Calico. I think we're gonna go with the Cycloid. Best Amazon Balisong Award, we have the Nabali's Vulp, the Onal Addicts, the Comet, and the Andux. Now I flipped all of these except for the Andux. I have heard that the Andux is very good after you do some mod work to it. I know that you have to take off the latch in order to make it like a really good flipper. And so because of that, I feel like I can't really vote for that one. The Comet looks cool, but I didn't really like the way it flipped. The Onal Addicts looks cool, but it was way too damn slippery. This one's pretty easy. It's got to be the Vulp. The Vulp was my favorite Amazon Balisong that I reviewed this year. It's designed so well and it flips really well. Most Innovative Award, we have the Swordfish by Squid Industries, the Zippy Lucha Mod, the NRB Ultralight, and the Cerrone Tie Tracker. The Swordfish is kind of cool. It's like an entirely aluminum Balisong, so the handles and the blade are made of aluminum. I think the design's a little ugly. I don't think it's that innovative. I'm kind of surprised no one's done it sooner. And then also Squid Industries just doesn't really like me, so I don't know. I'm pretty ignorant to what the Zippy Lucha Mod is, but from right here, it literally just looks like a Kershaw Lucha blade on some zippy handles. So the NRB Ultralight is one of, if not the like most lightweight aluminum Balisong. I feel like the knurling that comes on the Ultralight and the Koenig V2 would make them probably the grippiest aluminum Balisongs out there. The fatal flaw of aluminum is that it's really slippery. So if it's really grippy and flips really good, probably a really good Balisong. I'm not really a huge fan of extremely lightweight Balisongs, but it is pretty crazy how he got it that light. And then also we have the Cerrone Tie Tracker. Now this one is really interesting. The blade on this one is like a little sandwich, so you can unscrew the top and then you can put like a little felt cloth in there and you can put some ink on the felt cloth, and then you flip this thing like it's a trainer, and if your hand ever touches the felt cloth, it would leave a mark on you, and you would know if you were flipping a live blade, you would probably get cut. So that is a cool like little idea. And then I think you can also turn this into like a live blade. It's a pretty quirky and like interesting idea. The only problem is I know that the tie tracker is pretty dang expensive. It's definitely like a grail status Balisong. So I think the vote for this one's going to be the Ultralight. Most Improved Award. We have the Squid Trainer V4, the Koenig V2, the Fellowship Blades Medusa V2, and the BB Firefly V2. I'm not going to vote for the Squid Trainer because I think it's insane how long they waited to actually improve this thing. For the longest time, it's been 6,000 series handles, no jimping, and it's ran on washers. It hasn't had bushings, and for the price they sell that Squid Trainer for, I think that's fucking crazy. Like, it's almost embarrassing how long they waited to improve this. I'm glad they finally did it, and they finally gave it 7,000 series handles, bushings, and some jimping for the price that they sell it at, but I think they waited far too long. Like, they should have done that at least 2 years ago. The Koenig V2 I think is a pretty big improvement over the V1 because it has that knurling that I was talking about, and it just looks like it's so grippy. I want to try one so bad. And then I also really like the color of blue that it comes in. The Medusa V2 is another good improvement from the V1. I know that at least some of the earlier Medusa V1s had some issues with the Zen pins kind of smushing in, but the V2 corrected that issue, and then he also did some like other refinements. And then for the Firefly V2, compared to the Firefly V1, I do think it is a pretty vast improvement. I really like the V1. I just think it was a little slippery. So he said, all right, bet for the V2, and surrounded this thing with as much design that would give it more grip as possible. I think this category is going to go to the Firefly V2. Now we're moving on to the best budget Balisong. We have the Volt, the Tay Flipper Calico, the Cycloid, the Bermuda, and the Mako. I don't think I'm going to vote for the Cycloid or the Calico because again, they're all plastic, and I know the Calico's over $100, and I think the Cycloid, depending on what customization it is, can go over $100. I think its base price is around the Volt, but since this is all plastic and the Vulp is made out of aluminum, I don't think I can vote for the Cycloid. I'm pretty ignorant about the Bermuda. I don't know a whole too much about it. And then I know that the Mako's not winning this category because I wouldn't necessarily call $100 budget, especially with all the like affordable Amazon valleys that are coming out these days. I don't think these run on bushings. They may finally already, but I know for a while they haven't. I know they've had problems with the handles snapping where the gills are. I know that the fin on the blade is in like one of the most unfortunate spots. It just looks like insanely slippery, so I can't vote for the Mako. This is going to be another easy vote for the Vulp because I think it's the cheapest one here and it's probably the best flipping one. Best mid-range price Balisong, we got the Prisma, the Kraken, Koenig V2, the Antarctic, and the LDY Series V2. I know a lot of people, the LDY Series V2 surprised a lot of people with how good it flips. I know a lot of people like the Antarctic, but I don't know a whole too much about it. I can't lie, I don't really like the design. The Koenig V2 is a pretty good contender. The Kraken, I would say it's a little bit up there in price for a mid-range price Balisong, but I know a lot of people like the Kraken, and then I know that a lot of people have really liked the Prisma. For me, it's got to be between the Koenig and the Prisma. I think for this one, I'm going to vote for the Koenig. I haven't voted for the Koenig yet, and that knurling looks amazing. I want to try it so bad. And then we have the best Grail Balisong. We have the Machine Wise Opus, Squid Industries Tsunami, JK Embargo, Cerrone Integralis, and the Fellowship Blades Medusa. I have a Medusa V2, and it's literally my favorite solid channel titanium handled Balisong. The Cerrone Integralis, I don't know a whole too much about, but I think this is one of the ones that's like at least $900. And then same thing with the Embargo. It's stupid expensive, especially for what it is. I'm going to say this. If the Orca was on the best Grail Balisong list, I would have voted for it. But I think the Embargo is such a crazy downgrade from the Orca. I've got to flip an Embargo and it was okay. It was really chunky. Like the handles were like as thick as my forearm. I thought it was a very boxy, chunky Balisong. And compared to the Orca, I just think it's a crazy downgrade. I think the handle design is almost lazy. It almost looks like the handles were like ice cream and someone just like scooped a little bit off the top. And I mean, the Max Ace Peon did that first. So the Tsunami is okay. I got to flip one this year too. The one that was like Cerakoted black had some pretty good grip, but the like base, just like normal titanium, I felt it was really slippery, like oddly slippery for a titanium Balisong. I haven't tried the Opus, but I think it looks really damn cool. I really want to try one, if not get one. And I think I'm going to give it to the Medusa V2. I love my Medusa so much. Creator of the Year, we've got Will Hirsch and Brandon Baker, Artsy, Big Flips, and Contraption Collection. Now, I don't really watch Big Flips a whole lot unless I'm trying to learn something. I think I've watched maybe one of Artsy's videos in my entire life, and I think it was like 2 years ago. I love Will and Brandon. I think their content is really good. I can also sit and watch Contraption Collection's videos literally all day. Just the way he films it, the way he talks, and then I love love how he just shows the like trial and error of everything that he does, and just like shows like his mistakes and like all the trials and tribulations he goes through to make this thing come to life, and just watch it come to life over time. I think is really cool. I also love his video where he customizes an Alpha Beast and like brings it back to life and restores it. I really like Contraption Collection videos, but Will Hirsch and Brandon really did kill it this year. So I think Contraption Collection is a very, very close second, but I think Will and Brandon are going to take it for me this year. Flipper of the year, we have Red Edge, James Hill, Jelly Flips, and Flipper was a dolphin. Where the fuck is Known Lyric? Known Lyric should be on this list, and he should be the one that wins. But for these guys, I've seen a little bit of Red Edge's flipping. He is pretty good. I've been a big fan of James Hill for quite a while. His flipping is fucked. I'm sorry, I don't know who Jelly Flips is, and then I have seen some stuff of Flipper was a dolphin. His flipping style is very unique, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's my favorite. However, I can't get stuck watching his videos for a while, just like watching very curiously. But for these four guys, I think James Hill's gonna take it. James flipping is crazy. And then Balisong of the year, we have the Antarctic, the Barracuda, the Embargo, the Volp, Prisma, the Sirius V2, the Koenig V2, the Medusi V2, and the Squid Trainer V4. It's not gonna be the Squid Trainer V4. They waited far too long to upgrade that thing. I've heard good things about the Antarctic, but it's not my favorite design. I really like the Barracuda, and I'm very interested to try it. The Embargo's not winning. The Volp is definitely a contender. Prisma's a contender. Again, a lot of people were surprised by the Sirius V2, but I don't necessarily know if it's a contender for the Balisong of the year. The Koenig V2 is definitely a contender, and the Medusi V2 is definitely a contender. And it's tricky because it's like all of these could win Balisong of the year within their price ranges. Like the Nibali's Volp is hands down the best budget Balisong you could get that's come out this year. The Prisma and the Koenig are probably the best two mid-range ones, and then the Medusa V2 is probably the best Grail. I think I voted for the Volp, the Koenig, and the Medusa already in other categories, but I haven't voted for the Prisma yet, and I know that a lot of people really like the Prisma. So I think for this category, we're going to go with the Prisma. The Prizusi. And yeah, I think that's it. So let's go ahead and submit that. And with that, I think we're going to wrap up today's video, casting my vote for the 2022 Bally Awards. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. Once again, if you want to get any KPL products for yourself, make sure you click the link that is pinned both in the bio of this video and in the comments. Click that link. It'll take you to the KPL website. Grab anything your heart desires. Then over at checkout, use code DenDenBMX. If you use my link and you use my code, you will get a discount, and then I will also get some kickback from your purchase. And then also a huge thank you and a shout out to the current channel members, Modern Balisong, Cosmic Steez, Benji, Yannick Kaminsky, and Luke Shahan. Thank you guys so much for your support. I love you guys. If you want to join the channel membership, see your name up here with these guys, get access to some exclusive members only videos now and then, and really help support the channel in a bigger way, you can go down there and join the channel membership. But if that's too much of a commitment for you and you still want to help monetarily support the channel, you can hit the super thanks button down there as well. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you let me know by leaving a like on this video, leave a comment, give me your thoughts and opinions, maybe share the video around, and subscribe if you haven't already. We are so close to hitting 15,000 subscribers. It would be the best holiday present in the world if you guys could get me to 15K by the end of the year. But I'm done being a tool. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.